like Ferrari really did her thing. Like, she did as good as we would expect her to. Hi my loves, I'm letting off around the way where we have culture, conversation, and community. And in today's video, I'm coming to you all with a young and reckless review. Okay, now I know I'm a day late, but definitely not $1 short. All right, I had to get into some things and I'm glad I did. I'm glad that you're here. Also, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I'd greatly appreciate it as always. Okay, now let's just hop into it. Before I do, I missed y'all. I hope you're having a really good week. We had that nice little President's Day, and baby, I went all the way. So in the opening scene, we see Ferrari and she's laying across the bed and she's just like, oh, you know, I feel like I should be the host. I did a really good one. I did a good job picking the castmates, which I think she did. I think she did do a good job at picking some pretty beautiful girls who was giving it up just a little bit, just enough maybe. And she's talking to Kilo Sway. And she did have a good season. He says the girls who didn't show up were Shay Bands, Adriana, and Charmaine. Charmaine should have came. We know she ran that fade with Naj. Like, I guess that was enough for her. She was just like, okay, never could have made it, baby. So Adriana, I feel like whatever. She's like, Adriana is so weird. She's a weird ass. I should listen to Crystal. Like, we didn't even hear anything about Adriana. Like, that was just weird. But maybe Ferrari felt some type of way because she handpicked these girls. I don't know. Ferrari explains how she feels about Mel pressing her. She was like, she's mad because I didn't speak to her at the premiere. Nobody can tell me who I can speak to, who I can't speak to. I did speak to her and she didn't say hello. I could see Ferrari being like, hey, how you doing? And Mel being like a little delulu off the shroom or something, being like, oh, this bitch didn't speak to me. Oh, it's up. You get what I'm saying? Like, maybe she really did speak to her. I don't know. Anyway, Naj, they talk about Naj and her being the potential host. And she was like, well, I feel like Naj is my girl, but she needs to have her own show. Okay? She needs to have her own show. Let her have her own creativity, to let her have a chance, you know, to create her own show. Let her own show create her own creativity. Whatever she was saying, it was so weird and mumbo jumbo. But, you know, I feel like that was decent. You know, she's like, let the girl have a chance, but just not on my watch. This is my show. I feel like the girls like Ferrari because Ferrari is a baddie. Ferrari was on Wild and Out, and she probably got a couple coins. She got her work done. She's not really hating on the girls. I feel like Naj and some of the other girls might be like, this, she got more than me. I'm mad at her, and try to beat her up. Ferrari don't give that. Ferrari don't give jealous. In my opinion. You know what I mean? In my opinion. Anyway, we see China Cash, and she's there for whatever reason she got going on. She's like, yeah, you know, it's China Cash. And it's just something about the way that China Cash's mouth is structured that I don't like. I don't like no wide set, big ass mouth. And she got one of them wide, big ass mush mouths. I don't like it. But she like, yeah, I'm gonna tell you on Big Black Better Collection season 2. And I'm like, girl, take your ass back down to South Florida, baby. We don't want it. We don't need it. Sav shows up and she's like, I don't have imaginary beef with any of these girls. They was fighting over nothing. You know, they was fighting over things that they wouldn't fight for in real life. And I just, you know, they were mad at me because they were saying that I didn't beef with nobody. I'm not beefing with nobody for no reason. And she mentions Cuz. She was like, I know I'm gonna have have my head up for Crystal and Cuzzo. And she's like, and Cuzzo was a colorist. She was calling me Blackie and all types of things. And I don't like that and I don't appreciate that. I feel like if Cuzzo was a colorist, why didn't you say that to her directly? And why did you wait until after, like, to say it when she wasn't around? Because if you're a colorist, you're a colorist. People would have seen it. People would have pounced on it. Like, where's the receipts at? Where's the receipts? And y'all be knowing. I'm not saying that in a rhetorical way. I'm saying it in a real way. Like, did y'all hear that? Did y'all see that? Because y'all be knowing. But basically, she said her beef with Cuzzo started because she was mad at the outfit and she was in a confessional talking about it. Cuzzo, that outfit was a mess. Bitch, you look a mess. I'm sorry, you're a beautiful girl, nice gowns, beautiful gowns. That outfit was a homie to clown fool. What was that? Space, alien, sexy stripper, schoolgirl teacher? And she was just like, I mean, like, Crystal comes on and she looks good. I think Crystal is a really beautiful girl. And, you know, she wants to know who's on that. She's on whoever was on that. And she also mentions that Ferrari needs a second chance. Ferrari needs a second chance. And I agree. Cuzzo said the same thing. So Ferragamo says, nah, I don't think that she needs a second chance. You know, it needs to be somebody who is a leader. I think Naja was more of a leader than Ferrari. which Nas is a leader. It's interesting that Ivory wasn't even a thought. It was either Ferrari or Naj. And I feel like Ferragamo said that because she was like, oh, I didn't like how Ferrari set it up for KP to get popped in the club. And it's not me, y'all, but I feel like once KP got popped by Mel, she was quiet the whole season. She had that one little fight, and she wasn't even the main character, but she was quiet the whole season. She was looking around everybody on the whole time. Whole time, pull hair. Mel shows up and she's like, yes, I'm here. Time to beat these bitches up. The producers are asking her, like, do you think that Ferrari should be the host? And she was like, no, she shouldn't be the host. She let Ivory, you know, run everybody in the house. I don't think that she should be the host. She doesn't have what it takes. And she feels like it's weird for her trying to set her up to fight KP for it to not happen. She was like, I really don't know what happened, but I feel like because I didn't fight KP and I didn't do what she wanted me to do, she told Ivory and them to jump on me. That's how she feel. And from the outside looking in, I can see how she feels that way. I can see how that's a possibility of her thinking and feeling like that's what happened, right? I don't know if that is what happened, but I can see how her mind can play that trick. So the producer asked her, did you bring some shrooms today? She starts laughing. She's like, nah, I should have, girl. You should have. You really should have. She was like, I don't like Naj because I don't like how she called me a crackhead. A shroom head, maybe. And Naj don't have no room to call nobody no damn crackhead. So stop it. Anyway, Legacy shows up, and I feel like the situation, the chemistry between Mel and Legacy was very genuine. And Legacy is such a beautiful girl. I don't know why they don't like her. They don't see it from Miss Legacy, but I think the girl is beautiful. And they give her a hug, and she's like, girl, what's up with you? She was like, I had me a good night. She was like, I could tell, girl. She's like, I know I gotta curl my hair, I gotta get it together. It was a really cute exchange. Barbie is sitting there producing. I love that. Now that CV, she said, I'm not going back to the strip club, Stevie. Okay, and she's right there producing. Love it. So Naj and Sai are signing their contract, and Sai from the city, like, girl, Sai didn't do anything for me, but she's hyped. She's with Naj. Naj is like, Mel, I'm on that. I don't really have to fight Legacy, but she already knows she's gonna want to get her leg back. I'm on that. Sai was just like, I'm gonna have to fight Legacy again because, you know, although Shea Bands lied, she didn't even show up. So it's gonna be whatever. If you know the girl lied, then why are you still dragging it? In my opinion, right? If you know that the girl Shea lied, why still drag the beef out with Legacy? Ivory and Ferrari talk. They dap each other up. Ivory looks beautiful. And she's like, yeah, I'm about to get Legacy. I'm about to really beat her up. I'm really about to beat her up. And so they devise a plan. She was like, no, you get Melanie, tie her out, and then I'm going to get Legacy. We going to do it like that. They all dap it up. Like, not them really having a whole plan. Like, this is too much. So Sav, Megan, and Daisy are talking about the smell check with Daisy wearing her little Fashion Nova jumpsuit. Girl, I'm so tired of seeing that jumpsuit every damn where. And she was like, yeah, that smell check was weird. Like, she talking about some old bend over and shake your butt. Like, girl, what you want to smell my ass for? I don't want to have a smell check now and a smell check later. I think a smell check is so bizarre. Like, for a girl to, like, I just feel like a man should be doing that. I don't know. It's just weird. I don't live in that lifestyle, so I don't know. Sometimes maybe it's not weird. I don't know. I don't know if that's what y'all do. But it's weird. So Crystal is popping in. She's just basically like, girl, I'm smart. I'm a genius. You know what I'm saying? She got a BBL. She's a BBL cockeyed, or like just going on and on and on about Sav and his cock eye. Eyes cocked like a pistol. And you know, they not Crystal, but Cousin was chewing her up like, girl, you got that BBL and you still look a mess. You on all these smash and pass videos with the baby. You keep getting passed every time, that dumbass BBL. Crystal, she was pressing it. She was giving her, you know, she was like, I'm not gonna press it. I'm not gonna do too much. I'm gonna give her a time, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be. So when they finally see each other, Crystal got some hits in. You know what I mean? Like, Crystal really got some hits in. I ain't even gonna hold you, but not Crystal. Cuzzo got some hits in. So when Sav and Cuzzo finally see each other. Cuzzo kind of got with her. Cuzzo got with her. And she was like, why y'all letting them jump me? Why y'all letting them jump me? Girl, nobody jumped you. And Cuzzo, that first round didn't even give you a whole bunch of work. She was like, I'm going home. I'm going home. Send me home. Send me home. So I'm like, baby, you was popping it this whole time, drinking shots and doing this. And I got to let these bitches know. As soon as you get into one little pop off, you bleeding, carrying on, talking about send you home. That's giving too much. Crystal was so hyped. You know, as she should be. So when Crystal got in her round, Crystal worked her that first round. And good for you, Crystal. Shout out to you, Crystal. You know, you did your big one. And you know, when they got finished fighting, Naj was like, you didn't do this for me, did you, Crystal? She was like, no, I didn't do it for you. And I feel like all the fans were thinking that, but I just feel like I fuck with you, and we were just telling you how to fight. We weren't telling you putting a battery in your bag. You know, you would come into the room and say certain things like, oh yeah, I knew I didn't do good, and we would say, yeah, you didn't do good, but you did that on your own, which I do believe. I believe her. Also, side note, Naj looks beautiful. This makeup, this hair, she really does look beautiful. She looks like she's getting her money up. Cuzzo explains that I don't like how Sav was talking about me in a confessional, because I don't do that. I'm a real woman. She could have told me that that outfit looked a mess or whatever. Like, if I'm talking to one of my homegirls and her underarm stick, I'm gonna tell her, like, you might want to put some deodorant on. I'm not gonna go around and tell all of the girls that this girl stink, which I understand and I get. Like, she operates on a different level of integrity, but not every girl is like that. And nobody's gonna come up to you and say, girl, I think you should change your outfit, you look a mess, because then that's a fight altogether, because bitch, you look a mess. So it's just like, you know, you damned if you do, damned if you don't. Cause you can't be mad at the girl for saying that the outfit didn't look good. Everybody said it. She wasn't the only one. Am I wrong? It's giving picking and choose. So China, but I do appreciate how she's saying, like, I'm not one of those girls to kind of like whatever, I'm gonna pull the girl to the side. I'm very much like that too. China Cash comes out and she was like, you know, I don't know the girls, I don't have a problem, but I want to talk to Ferrari. Ferrari is like, girl, you the least of my problems, you the least of my worries, I don't even care about you. So Crystal is popping it to Sav, like, how's it feel, because you thought you was gonna beat my ass and I beat you up. How's it feel, you thought you was gonna beat me up? And it's crazy because you, Sav, you really got beat up by Crystal. Not like that, but I mean, that's a sad song. So she like, yeah, we can run it back, we can, you ain't beat me up. She was like, well, beat my ass then. So Cuzzo ended up getting her little rounds in, and then, you know, she did her one too. Then Crystal got into the ring with her again, but this time Crystal lost. Like, I don't want to say she lost, but Sav got more hits than her. So Sav like, yeah, like, you big dog, you don't play big dog after beating up the girl that fight the least. You don't. Ferrari and China had their little moment. She's not even worried about her at all. So she's talking about legacy. I feel like the girls, I don't feel like Ferrari should bring any of the Big Legs Baddie collection girls on there, because Ferrari has outshined, has outdone all of them girls, and they're going to be hating on her, period. So she's talking about legacy and hosting, and she's talking about Mel. She's like, you know, the whole situation about Mel and the premiere, we done heard it 1,000 times. And anyway, KP tries to press Ferrari about trying to get set up in the club, and she was like, yeah, well, I told you to get active. Like, it is what it is. I was bored, I was at the club, I said what I said. Like, it is what it is. I like Ferrari for that. They had this little fake, so Mel and Legacy finally come out. They had this fake dialogue, and she like, yeah, so what's up? Ivory was like, well, bring my best friends out. Y'all my best friends. I'm not gonna fight. I just want to see. So Melanie come out like, yeah. And she like, yeah. And she's like, what's up with you? She's like, what's up with you? Well, she was like, well, we can get this done and over with. So they stand up, and she was like, for real, we can. They both, Melanie stood up, and then Legacy stood up, and she was like, yeah, I'll fight both y'all, no shade. And then they just start I think Ivory hooked off. You know, big Ivory hooked off. Whoop. Just not even a manga, whoop, and out of nowhere side pops in it. But it's like, what you popping in it for? Like, this don't have nothing to do with you. But then again, I guess if it's like 2-on-2, 2-on-1, she had a reason to jump in. But we're gonna see what it gives. Let me know what y'all think about this reunion. I feel like the reunion was good. It was in a penthouse. We're seeing real dialogue. Finally, we're seeing some real situation. I like how they space it out like Zeus Network, the whole follow up and lead up to them being on stage together. Let me know what y'all think. Drop down in the comments. As always, I'm sending you much love and much light, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.